Welcome. Welcome to Sunrise Spotlight. I'm Teresa Aronson from the St. Lucie County Chamber of Commerce. This is a brand new show. It's only our second show, and we're so excited to be doing it. We're going to do it every single month. We're going to do it on the third Thursday at 3 o'clock right here at the SLC TV studios. It's free. It's open to the public. If you'd like to come on down, we've got Fresh Danish, courtesy of PP Cobb, a brand new business in downtown Fort Pierce, and we'd love to have you come and join us. We have a couple of great guests we're going to be speaking to very soon, but I want to introduce my co-host for this show, my friend, a great guy, an innovative speaker and leader, the one, the only, Nick Mims, City Manager of the beautiful city of Fort Pierce. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Wow, thank you very much. That's a fantastic lead, and I am thrilled to be here. Again, this is our second installment of the show.
It is.
And we're looking forward to promoting our beautiful city. We've got some great guests with us today, and you're going to hear some wonderful things about some creative ideas and some new initiatives that we have, so it's going to be fantastic.
Well, for those of you that are new to the show, like we mentioned, it's only our second one. We kicked off in November, and we talked a little bit about Nick, and Nick actually grew up here in Fort Pierce, a graduate of Fort Pierce Central, where he, of course, played football.
Yes.
And homegrown, and now leading this great city as the city manager. For Fort Pierce, and we wanted to do a show together because there is so much going on. Downtown Fort Pierce is kind of a hub, for kind of our art, and we have some great breweries and some wine bars and some of the best restaurants on the Treasure Coast.
Absolutely.
And I, of course, have a show with the Mets, the city of Port St. Lucie, the county, and now the city of Fort Pierce. It was incomplete. It was an incomplete set until now.
Yes. Well, you talked about Fort Pierce, and you talked about, you talked about me and some of my history. I just have to say, when I was given the opportunity to come back to this beautiful city that I grew up in, I could not look past that opportunity. What we have in Fort Pierce is something that is just unrivaled, and I can continue to say that. Our beautiful waterfront, our beautiful people.
Yeah.
That's what draws me to Fort Pierce, the people. The people are unlike any other in the world that I have seen. The friendliest, the most welcoming. So
you all know each other.
Oh, no doubt. We're all related.
Oh, yeah.
Which is kind of scary.
That's true.
But I tell you what, the people make things happen. We have the most lively events when we come together. When there's a tragedy, when there's a disaster, we all pitch in and we help each other. So I couldn't look past it. And you talk about downtown. Downtown right now is thriving. I mean, we got businesses popping up left and right. It is a great time.
I just want to mention, for one thing, that the city of Fort Pierce is only about 42,000 people, you think, right?
43,377.
Oh, 43. Well, the city manager probably should know that exact number.
I saw that number this morning.
I unfortunately do not, but okay.
Yes.
And we are, of course, in the same county with Port St. Lucie, which is the 8th largest city in southern Florida,
Yes,
and has almost 200 and some
Absolutely.
thousand.
Yeah.
So in Fort Pierce, it is a little bit more quaint, and you also have a long history.
Oh, yeah.
And hopefully we're going to dive into that a little bit today with these girls. I'm sure we will.
Yes.
But lately, the things that have been going on have been just amazing. With the county, who is hosting us here today in their studios, finalized the port purchase yesterday. So that's huge for us because we're going to see some development down there. Fly the Whale is flying out of the waters there right on the waterfront. Have you been watching that? Does it scare the crud out of you like it does me?
No. As a matter of fact, some of our staff have even been on the planes. They've been on them, and I think they love them. We know the operators, and there's even more interest in bringing additional airline passenger transportation to Fort Pierce. So, again.
Fly the Whale is going to prove the market, and we're going to see lots of stuff happen.
Now, I will say, you talk about Fort Pierce. Yes, we're the smaller city, but we're the first city. We're where everything originated from. Our ideas, our concepts. Port St. Lucie loves our ideas, and I tell you what, we love being the innovator. It's a fantastic relationship that we have between the city of Fort Pierce and Port St. Lucie and St. Lucie County.
You guys work well together.
And we're working together right now, no doubt.
But you do have more of the history. I mean, the city of Port St. Lucie was swampland up until about 50-some years ago.
I remember that.
Yeah,
well, wait a minute.
You grew up. You don't quite remember that. Still a twinkle at that point.
Yeah.
But you have the history. In fact, we mentioned PP Cobb, who donated the Danishes today to the show, is in the iconic PP Cobb building right there on Avenue A in downtown Fort Pierce. And that has been, over the years, a cannery, and the hub of downtown.
Yes.
And I mean, it has really just been a cornerstone. And the Adams family has taken it over and
Yes.
renovated it. So now it's really, it's coming to life in a whole new era.
Right.
So that's interesting. So.
Right. And you talked about downtown. Not only do we have such a vibrant downtown, but we're now looking outside of downtown. We're looking at different districts.
Yeah.
We're looking at the Peacock Arts District, which is west of US 1.
I think everybody knows where
Yeah.
the Peacock Arts District is because it's where all the dang peacocks
That's
are.
right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
They stop your car.
They do.
I stop most of the time. And I mean,
Oh, Nick, do not put that on TV.
most time I do. But I mean, it's
Nine
that's
out of
a
10 times
that's a
I
beautiful
stop.
area. And also, you're going to hear about what we're doing in our Lincoln Park area.
Yeah.
And that's even more exciting.
We're going to talk with Kalita about Lincoln Park today.
Yes, yes,
That's exciting. The
yes.
Peacock Arts District, I'm glad you went with that name because by adding the peacocks in there, which over the decades people have been happy about, not happy about,
Right.
let's embrace it.
Oh yeah.
And let's stop. Let's try to stop.
Oh yeah, I try my best. I mean, I saw one this morning, and I actually slowed down
You
a little
slowed
bit.
down a
Yeah,
little.
yeah.
Oh, very good. Gave it a fighting chance. How'd it get fair?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
he doesn't mean it, everybody that's watching
No,
it.
but in those districts, both Lincoln Park and the Peacock Arts District, we are focusing on what has created our culture. That's the history, heritage, the art that we have is so strong in Fort Pierce. We have artists right now producing just masterpieces. So what we did along Orange Avenue in the Peacock Arts District, that was just amazing. I think you were there, weren't you,
I was
at
out
our
of town.
unveiling?
I was out of town.
Okay, well you
Sorry.
missed it. You
I
missed a
did
great
miss
event.
it. I was in
Because-
Washington, D.C.
Yeah, we had over 17 artists
Yep.
place 15 pots along Orange Avenue. They're beautiful artistic pieces.
Remember, Sarah, weren't you out of town too?
No, I was there.
Okay, I thought you were out of
No,
town
I
for a
was
minute, but
there.
yeah, I was out
See,
of town.
no, don't be trying to pull me in your stuff. But no, I do believe what we're doing is really we're taking advantage of our benefit.
Yeah.
We're focusing in on what we have and accentuating the goodness of Fort Pierce. So there's
beautiful
great
place.
improvements, and you're going to hear that today.
Yeah, we'll take a break now and remind everybody that this is a free event. It's open to the public, SLC TV Studios, 3 o'clock, third Thursday. You can come down and join us, but we're going to be right back. We're going to visit with a couple of people that can tell us a
Yes.
little bit more about some of the things we already brought up. So stay with
Absolutely.
us, everybody.
There are a lot of great things you can do in St. Lucie County that don't cost you any money, like watching a beautiful sunset, reading a great book at a public library, or hugging a family member. Now, you can add transportation in St. Lucie County to that list. St. Lucie County is offering free transportation to all residents anytime the buses are running. For more information, visit slcride.org.
Welcome back. I'm Teresa Aronson, and you are watching On Purpose, I'm certain of it, Sunrise Spotlight. It's a brand new show that we do here at the SLC TV Studios, third Thursday of every month. And my co-host is, of course, Nick Mims, the city manager, beautiful city of Fort Pierce. This was your brainchild. We're so happy to start doing it. It's only our second
Yes.
show.
Yes.
And so much to talk about in the beautiful city of Fort Pierce.
Absolutely. And with us today, as we talk about the beautiful city of Fort Pierce, we have our brand new Lincoln Park Neighborhood Revitalization Coordinator, Ms. Kalita Scott.
The one, the only Kalita Scott. Kalita,
Yes.
welcome to the show.
Thank you for having
I was
me.
telling Nick that Kalita is a Leadership St. Lucie graduate, and I
Yes.
don't think you missed a day, did you? Oh, you did. Sorry.
I
Sorry, I
did.
didn't mean to call her out on
I
that.
did.
I thought she didn't. You didn't miss a
No.
day?
25.
Yeah,
Class
that
of
sounds
25.
about you. I would
I'm
expect
class
that out of you.
34.
Class 34?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was class 24, actually. I didn't
I
work at the
missed you.
chamber.
I missed you,
Yeah, I
Mama.
worked
Yeah.
at the paper back then.
Yeah.
But we've known Kalita for a while, and so happy to have you. And you just got a brand new assignment. You were the deputy city clerk there for a while
Mhm.
for our old friend Linda Cox.
Yeah.
And now you are it's a new position, right?
Yes, it's a partially grant-funded position, and the role is Lincoln Park Revitalization Coordinator. So I'm coordinating many activities that will contribute to the revitalization of our neighborhood, Lincoln Park.
I love that. And Lincoln Park has a long history, obviously,
Yes.
in Fort Pierce as well. And Larry Lee has done some initiatives there.
Oh, yes.
And
Restoring the village.
restoring the
Yes,
village,
yes.
and Lincoln Park is a huge part of that. But for those that don't know, what area is designated as Lincoln Park?
Well, Lincoln Park is the entire northwest section of the city of Fort Pierce. So we have from US 1 all the way to Engle Road and Orange Avenue west to Avenue Q.
Avenue Q?
And we've got a couple parcels over in Paradise Park that takes us to Juanita Avenue as well.
I was just going to say, is Juanita included? Because Juanita is a little bit north of Avenue Q.
East of 25th Street, yes.
Very good.
So that whole area is considered Lincoln Park.
And you grew up in Fort Pierce? Where'd you grow up at?
I grew up on off of 21st Street and Avenue P, right in the heart
Of Lincoln Park?
Yeah, and also 11th Street and Avenue D. So I grew up right in the heart of Lincoln Park. I love the area. Oh, I have to throw something in.
Okay.
Speaking of Lincoln Park, right? Did you know that St. Lucie County Schools has the highest graduation rate of the Treasure Coast? And the #1 school
I'm going to guess.
is Lincoln Park Academy.
You betcha.
In the
Lincoln
heart
Academy.
of Lincoln Park.
It literally is the heart of Lincoln
is the
Park.
heart
I had to throw that in.
And I think you should, because we
Yes.
actually, a lot of counties in the state have gone down in their graduation rate.
Yes.
And for the second year in a row,
We're going
we
up.
We made
went
great
up.
gains.
Yeah.
Fifth in
Yes.
the state.
Fifth in the state.
Fifth in the
And there
state.
was a time we were 47.
Right.
So to go from 47 to fifth in just a few years is astounding. And Lincoln Park has a long history of being one of our best schools here on the Treasure Coast.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And their graduation rate is like 98 or something like
It's
that.
about 98%.
Yeah.
98%.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I always tell people I go to a lot of meetings, so there's a lot of not useless, but there's a lot rattling around up there. So
Yes.
yeah, 98% I think at Lincoln
Yes.
Park. So as the coordinator for revitalizing, what have you got planned? You're working with Restoring the Village and Larry Lee and
Yes, we have definitely partnerships with Representative Larry Lee, but we have a lot of initiatives that we are picking up on that we've started in the past, including our community garden. It kicked off initially about 4 years ago.
yeah.
But it kind of died down because there was lack of participation. So we just had a kickoff in October, and right now our garden is full.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
We have 2 churches that are doing, I don't want to call it a church battle, but I think they've got a battle on whose plot's going to have more bounty.
Okay,
Yes.
a little friendly competition. It's
Yes,
not
I think it's great, but what it's done is they're bringing kids into the garden to help plant and pick.
very
And that's
nice.
what the basis of the community garden is.
I've seen the community. It's right behind Granny's,
It's right, yes, right on
Right.
424 9th Street
Nice.
is the
Yes,
address.
I've seen. It's lovely. It's
Yes.
a beautiful garden.
It is, and we're working with a couple of education initiatives to get art in the garden as well.
Oh,
So
very
we've got
nice.
some projects that we're working to get kids to make little bee pods so that we can attract bees there.
Oh, bee pod.
Bee pods,
Okay,
yes.
okay,
Bees.
I got it.
Jeez.
We've got a
Listen.
lot of interest in different initiatives in the garden. So that's one thing that we're working on that I think, starting with that garden that we've had, we're going to move around the community and have, my goal is to have gardens all over Fort Pierce.
Absolutely.
They are beautiful, and it's it's a bonding experience for
It's a
the
bonding
area.
experience, but also it gets people back to kind of how we used to live and living off of the earth. And I think that's a great way to get people together in the community.
In that area, I know that you do a lot with the highwaymen, and,
Yes.
and in that area there is, of course, the Intermodem, which has the definitive listing of the original highwaymen
Yes.
and one highway woman
Yes.
Yes.
is on the Intermodem building, so you can check that out, check out the garden.
Right.
And tell us a little bit about the trail.
Okay, the Highwayman Trail was an initiative that was started by the Florida Humanities Council. Libby Woodruff is our grants administration manager, and she spearheaded that about 2013. And the project took a number of years to get started. We have 10 stops in Fort Pierce, beginning at the Sable
Palms. Anybody jump in here? Where's Eric? Eric usually
What's
shouts
the-
the answers out at
near
me.
the Manatee Center, the Seven Gables
Oh,
House.
Seven Gables,
You
yeah.
mean the one that we run?
Yes.
Yeah.
The one that I staff?
Yeah.
That one?
It's okay.
Yes.
She said Sable.
Yeah.
Seven Gables. Seven
Expected you
Gables.
to
Okay.
pick it up.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Seven
But
Gables.
That
the
one.
stops are throughout Lincoln Park, including the cemetery where right now we have 4 highwaymen that are buried there. So
Oh,
the
we just lost a highwayman this past year. Is he there too?
yes,
Yeah.
no, he's in a different one, ACOC up the road.
Oh, he is.
We've
But-
lost a few, but as they are here, we are celebrating their lives. We're
Yes.
celebrating their accomplishments. And if I'm not mistaken, we have more Fort Pierce residents in the Florida state Art Hall of Fame
Art Hall of Fame. Yep, absolutely right.
than any other, city, in the state. We
Between
have
the
more
Highwaymen
residents,
and
right?
Beanie Bacchus,
Yes.
we have more than anybody else. You
Right.
know who else is buried there in Fort Pierce, obviously, is Zora Neale Hurston.
Zora
Well,
Neale
she's at a
Hurston.
different cemetery.
Yes.
But it's
She
still in Lincoln
is?
Park.
Yes.
Yes.
It's still in Lincoln. How many cemeteries you got up in
We got
Lincoln Park?
bunches. We got
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot.
Because one's down
We got
the
a lot of
street,
permanent residents
Zora's
in
in a
Lincoln Park.
different one.
Yes. Yes.
Boy, you don't like to give up any residents, do you? Still
Got
counting
to
them out
stay
there.
here.
Moving on. Kalita, why don't you tell us about the upcoming?
On February 17th,
Thank you.
we're going to have
Thank
our
you.
third annual Highwaymen Festival. We're so excited
Oh,
this year
yeah.
because it's the third one, and it's going to be bigger and better than
And
the
it's
past
down
years.
by the Intermodem, right?
It will be
Right.
at the intermodal station on Avenue D, on the corner of 8th Street and Avenue D.
Yes.
And this year we're adding a different component to it. We are going to commemorate, and we're talking about Lincoln Park, and Lincoln Park Academy will be commemorating Miss Zenobia Jefferson, who was the art teacher at Lincoln Park Academy who introduced Alfred Hare to Beanie Bacchus.
Oh, okay, very
Yes.
good. There's a
Zenobia
lot of
Jefferson.
history there.
There's
Oh,
so
yes.
much history. She recently passed away, and
Aw.
we're going to do some special things to commemorate her participation in the whole Highwayman
Is she in
movement.
Lincoln Park too?
Yes,
So-
she
okay,
is.
very good.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, interesting enough is I like to eat at Granny's because there's just no better home cooked food. But
Oh,
if
yeah.
you want a history lesson,
Yes.
and even if you don't,
Oh, yeah.
head to Granny's because
Oh, yeah.
I have it on a good word that she may be retiring
Yes.
March
Well,
1st.
Yes. We love Miss Russ. As a matter of fact, we partnered with Miss Russ to create a visitor center. We've
Yeah.
got DVDs and rat cars, and just her history alone. I mean, she knew
All of them.
all of them.
All of
And
them.
as a matter of fact, she has some history about Zora Neale Hurston.
Yep.
It's just an amazing amount of history just coming out of Mrs. Russ. Now, Mr. Russ, he knows it too, but he's back
He's
in the back.
quieter.
Yeah, he's a quiet one. But I tell you what, Miss Russ is going to retire, and like you said, head there as soon as possible, get that
Yeah.
history.
But I think
and
a
some
great thing
food.
about her retiring is that she's still going to be here.
She
Absolutely.
is.
And now
She
she'll
is.
have a little more time to be out in the community, and she can make a big impact with what she knows.
Absolutely.
sharing that.
My staff and I go in there quite often to sit with
Oh yeah.
with
Good
Miss
people.
Russ
Good people.
because you really do. I mean, she used to cook meals for
Right.
Zora Neale Hurston, and she was friends with all of them,
Oh, yeah.
and has got a true history.
Yes.
Miss Russ used to tell me stories about how she and her husband and my parents would hang out at the
Oh,
Lincoln
my
Theater,
goodness.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So the Lincoln Theater is another one of our initiatives that we're trying to bring back, restore, just like we did the Sunrise
I
Theater.
don't even know where the Lincoln Theater is.
Oh my goodness.
I know. I don't know. Well, maybe I do, but I didn't know it was called that. What is it? Where is it?
It's between Douglas Court and I would say Means Court on
Okay.
Avenue D. It is the historic centerpiece of the Avenue D corridor in this heart of Lincoln Park.
Okay.
And it was a performing arts theater. There were comedy shows. There were movies. My parents used to go there all the time, and we're trying to restore that. And that is going to be another piece of our revitalization.
It's an amazing history, and
Yeah.
I'm from a small town up north, and so I'm new to all this, but I sop it up because I
Oh, yeah.
feel like some of them, we're not going to have this opportunity to sit with Miss Russ
Right.
and her.
Right.
We do every year with leadership.
Yes.
We do a panel with this is the panel, and tell me if it sounds fun.
It's amazing.
It's Miss Russ,
Mm-hmm.
Doretha Hare Truesdale,
Ooh, okay.
Sam Gaines,
Oh, man.
and
Yeah.
Earl Little.
You got some history there.
We got some history there.
When they
Right.
when we went to Granny's for our session,
Yeah.
we literally sat there for an hour and a half
Right.
in awe.
You
just
don't want to get
listening.
up.
We
You don't
didn't
want to
wanna
stop
leave.
listening.
We
Right.
barely wanted
And
to
they,
eat.
it's so fun because they start bickering amongst themselves, and they're like, "Oh no, that's not how it happened." And they
Right.
start bickering, but it's just so much fun.
It is.
Yes.
And I don't know how long we have the opportunity to soak that up. So we're going to continue to do that.
Yes, a great
through
time to do that is
leadership.
at the festival on
Yes.
Yeah.
Saturday, February 17th. All of the highwaymen that are still alive have confirmed that they
Yes.
will be in attendance. We also have the second generation highwaymen that will be in attendance, and their story is an important story to tell because the original highwaymen taught and gave instruction to the second generation so that they can continue the legacy.
Yeah.
So we'll be commemorating them all at the festival.
Saturday, February 17th.
Yes,
What
it's-
time?
It begins at 10 o'clock. It's from 10 to 4. the family-friendly festival. We'll
Yes.
have rock painting. Fort Pierce Rocks will be there. We have Swig of Color with some
Yeah.
painting in the garden that we're going to do that day, and we'll have a special presentation to the Bacchus Museum. And
Yes.
one addition this year is that we are partnering. It's not just the festival, it's a Highwayman Celebration Weekend.
Oh.
We're partnering with the Bacchus Museum, and Doretha Hare Truesdell will be doing a lecture on that Friday night before at 6 o'clock at the Bacchus Museum. On the Saturday, the Bacchus will be having an exhibit open as well, and on Sunday they'll be having a sale. So it's an
Oh.
entire weekend commemorating in the history of Fort Pierce and the Highwaymen.
That's exciting. I have my Highwayman. I also have I won a print of a,
Oh, awesome.
I know, from an Alfred Hare from Doretha.
Oh, well.
Yeah, very exciting.
At the festival, we'll also have a guided trail tour. We're going to have 3 trail tours so that you can, we have a charter bus. We have
Okay.
3 tours, one at 10:30, one at 12:30, and 2 o'clock that will take you on the Highwayman Trail.
And they need to head to the intermodal. I think I called it the intermodum, like you can get
Yes, you
Wi-Fi
did.
It's
from
okay.
it.
It's
It's okay.
okay.
Just
But
plug it in.
it's intermodal.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think I called it a modem, but that's okay. You all knew what I meant.
I know what
We
you
know.
meant.
We know.
Okay,
It's
good.
okay.
So head there on Avenue D on February 17th,
Yes. And
10:30 if you want to take the first tour.
Yes, and the downtown shuttle will be taking people from the farmers market
Okay.
over to the intermodal station if you want to catch a ride on the trolley.
Right.
Oh, so head either way. Just go to downtown.
That's
Just
it.
get
That's
downtown.
We'll
it.
find
Let's get downtown. It's gonna be
All
a
right,
great day.
well, thank you.
Thank you for
Kalia,
having me.
for bringing this in and
Great.
talking to us a little bit about it. It's very exciting.
Yes.
We will be there.
Okay, great.
All right.
We'll see you there.
And we will be right back with our next guest.
Come check out the new Indian Hills, where our player-friendly course appeals to all ages and abilities. With improved course conditions and superior drainage, we are rarely closed. Our friendly staff is here to assist you with instruction, club repair, or outings. The link-style design and natural elevation changes provide a fun, yet unique layout that you'll surely enjoy day after day. So make your reservation today, and we look forward to seeing you on the first tee.
Welcome back to Sunrise Spotlight. It's a brand new show we're doing here at SLC TV Studios. Third Thursday, 3 o'clock, coffee and Danish, and you will meet me and this man, my co-host, Nick Mims, city manager of this beautiful city of Fort Pierce.
Absolutely. We're thrilled to be here. And right now, at this point, I'm going to introduce our communications manager, Ms. Cheyenne Helms.
Another leadership graduate.
Yes.
Right.
Welcome,
I didn't miss
Cheyenne.
any classes.
You had perfect attendance?
That's right.
Very nice. What class were you?
33, the best class.
There you go. You have to say the best class.
That's everybody says
yeah,
that in
yeah.
this class, you know.
Communications director.
Manager, but yes.
Manager. I just gave her a promotion.
Yeah,
Do
you
you
did.
mind?
Well,
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Maybe
Must
he'll
be a
give me
level
one.
step up. Communications manager. So I've known you for a long time. You do a lot of marketing stuff, but what is your role at the city?
So I'm in the city manager's office, and my role is really to promote a positive image for Fort Pierce, whether across all mediums, our website, our social media, this TV show here today, and with the news, and really combating our perception that some people may still have of Fort Pierce, and really just promoting all the positive things that go on in our community, and really telling our story.
And how long have you been with this city now? It's been a few years, right?
Yep, so March will be, I started in 2014, so 4 years.
4
Wow.
years.
Check me
And I
out.
can say that
Wow.
I have noticed that you guys have really upped your game in terms of like social media
No doubt.
and apps
No doubt. Yes.
and events even.
Yes.
I feel like you guys have really upped your game since
Absolutely.
Cheyenne has come on board.
Absolutely. And she's been a great and an integral part of that. I mean, what we want to do is increase our profile in the community, communicate with our community, social media, get out on all forms of media like she stated. And she has been a fantastic addition to the city of Fort Pierce and taking us to the next level. And she's going to talk about some of our community outreach right
Okay.
now.
Sure, absolutely. So let's talk about social media first. In the first segment, you mentioned that we're one of the smaller communities in Florida, and how our neighboring Port St. Lucie is huge. Well, our social media following is great, and I'll be happy. I really want to pat us on the back for that. We have about 40-something thousand people. How many did you say? 40?
43,377.
Okay, and out of that, so half of of those people are following us on Facebook. We have over 22,000 followers on Facebook, and that's really to get people where they are. And Facebook, Instagram, we have a LinkedIn now, Twitter, and just really telling our own story about all the positive things that are happening in Fort Pierce. We have so much to be proud of. Every day it sounds like there's something new happening. Oh my gosh, did you hear what's happening here? Did you hear what new business is opening? A new event, the Highwaymen, everything. So we have a really rich history, but a really promising future, and just really capitalizing on that and telling that story on social media. So we post a lot of really pretty pictures, a lot of really
Love
beautiful.
the fort.
Love the fort.
Yes.
And we actually
Hashtag
just,
love the fort.
Yes.
I think I said it. You gotta say hashtag.
Yes, and but those are really to get people to say, that they should be here. You should be here. It was our campaign last year. Well, our campaign
It's
moving.
Facebook's, ongoing campaign to make you jealous.
That's what it is.
yes.
We're wearing our leather jackets today, and you're wearing your shawl, and it's like the coldest day in Florida today. So
I know.
It's not
like
usually
at
this
least
cold.
75.
but we try to make our northern
frigid.
friends jealous.
Oh, yes.
But what's really exciting is we can capitalize on our beautiful waterfront, our beautiful downtown and everything. But then by capturing those followers, we can really share all the community events and really positive news that we have by having those followers. So our campaign
Perception
last
is
year,
everything.
yes,
Yes.
absolutely. Our campaign last year was you should be here and trying to get people to come here. Now our campaign this year is you are here. So you're here. Let's tell your story. We have a lot of homegrown businesses. I'm from Fort Pierce, so is Nick.
Yep.
Homegrown people telling those stories of why are you here? Why are you enjoying Fort Pierce so much? And we can really share their message.
Very good. Did I hear you have a new app or a new campaign that you are working on?
Yes, we have a new app. It's called See Click Fix. Our app is Fort Pierce Works. And it's a way that our citizens can connect directly with city staff. They can snap a picture of a pothole and directly upload it to the app, and it'll come directly to whichever appropriate staff person. We can go ahead and handle that. We also have news and events and calendars on there. So it's on Android and Apple, and you just type in See Click Fix, and it'll find you where you are geographically.
You don't have to say See Click Fix Fort Pierce?
Nope, just See Click
I
Fix.
like that its explanation is in the title. They have a similar program in Port St. Lucie called Access PSL, but it's for reporting issues that you see.
Absolutely. If you see anything, you just take your mobile phone while you're on the app, take a picture of it, and send it to us. We will route it to the responsible department, and then we will get back to you with the resolution to the problem.
Very nice.
Absolutely.
Communicating with our citizens is number one priority.
Yes.
The people who are here, of course we want to market to people outside of our community to get them to come here and visit. But our community and our citizens are our first priority. So any way we can better reach them, that's why we're trying all these new mediums. Our website is getting revamped again, actually next month, or it'll be this month when you see this,
Didn't
February.
you just do it?
We did it about 3 years
Couple
ago
years
when
ago,
I
know
started.
time's flying,
But now we just we want to make it easy as possible, beautiful as possible, and really highlight all of the wonderful things about Fort Pierce. So that's coming out, and it's going to be very easy to navigate, easy to find information. So we're looking forward to that as well.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Nick. No.
Also,
for sure.
Cheyenne, we do something that is just, I think is just so educational for our community. And it's what we call our Fort Pierce Citizens Academy. And we typically have anywhere from 30 to 40 people that participate in this academy. And we get to know these people. They love Fort Pierce. And I'm going to let Cheyenne explain that a little bit.
Right. So it's a 6-week program. It's a behind-the-scenes look at city government. What I think sets ours apart from neighboring cities is it's really fun. It's very interactive and engaging.
I don't think the neighboring cities are going to be happy to
I'm
hear.
sorry.
Well, ours is
I
more
don't
fun.
mean like, I don't mean next door neighbor. I don't mean next door neighbor. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But we go to different places every week. It's not, we're not just going to sit there and bark at you. We want you to really see how your government works for you. What was very positive last year about our group, we had almost half new residents, like brand new residents, and half like natives. So it was a very unique mix of people, ages, everything was very cool. It was very unique also to see how new residents to our community viewed our city versus people who've lived here their whole lives. So
how often do you do it?
once a year.
Okay.
It begins the first Thursday in March. Spaces are already filling up now, so you have to check our website to see if it's still available, cityoffortpierce.com.
Okay, and cityoffortpierce.com, and they'll find it on the homepage?
Yes, they will.
Yes.
Citizens Academy. Anybody can do it.
Well, you have to either live in Fort Pierce, go to school in Fort Pierce, or own property or a business in Fort Pierce. So we're not keeping it just to Fort Pierce. It used to be just people who lived in our city
Fort
limits.
Pierce.
But now if your address is Fort Pierce or you go to school or work here, you're welcome to come as well.
Loretta, that works at the chamber, loves to do a Citizen Academy. She's done all of them, she told me, except for the city of Fort Pierce.
Gotta do it.
I know, but we have the we run the Seven Gables house
Right.
in Fort Pierce, so she would qualify, right?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, very good.
Well, her address is Fort. I mean, not that I know where
She
Loretta
actually
lives,
lives
but
in Fort
basically,
Pierce.
you're
her
trying,
address
you're
is
trying
Fort
to get her
Pierce.
in there.
Not that I know
You
that
know
she
what?
lives, but her address is
I
Fort
said Fort
Pierce,
Pierce.
Teresa.
Yeah.
I forgot. You're right.
Yeah.
She lives in
I
Fort
think we
Pierce.
can work something out.
Okay, very
can
good.
And
work
we're really trying to, you mentioned events as well, and the city doesn't typically host a lot of events, but we've been really trying to branch out in that realm, and we had a really fun Florida City Government Week scavenger hunt. So we talk about
Yes.
history, and we gave clues and led them around the city, and it was really tough and really fun, and people had a lot of fun with that. And then we had a Christmas lights contest and trolley tours, and so really trying to just engage with our community as best we can.
The scavenger hunt, again, I was out of town. I was so mad. It was on a Monday. I missed it. But do you think you'll do that again? Because I love a scavenger hunt.
Yes, so City Government Week is always in October, and that's
Okay.
when we plan to do it again.
And do you team up?
We
Come with
some
groups.
people did individual, which was interesting, but we did groups as well.
You did groups. Did
Yeah.
did any of you guys do it? Did you do it?
No.
Yeah, you knew the answers.
Yeah, I did.
They were little riddles, and
Right.
so
They
you
were
start
little
at one spot, and then you got a clue that was going to take you to the next place.
But as with everything that we do, once we do it one time,
Yes.
the next time is going to be better.
yeah.
Okay,
So this
of course.
scavenger hunt, we intend to branch out, go to places that most people won't even recall, they won't even know. But we're going to educate our people. I'm sure we're going to come up with some fancy, funny clues, and you
Okay.
have
Try
to
to
be
be
there.
funny.
Matter of fact, you're
I
on my
wanna-
team.
I
That's
was
it.
just going to say, I
You're on
want
my
to do
team.
it because
Yeah.
it's a large county and the chamber represents the entire county.
Yes.
I don't actually, my address is not in Fort Pierce. So on occasion, maybe a mayor or two will give me a little ribbing about my allegiance to Fort Pierce. I'm like, I know Fort
You
Pierce
do.
history.
Yes.
I am Fort
I know,
Pierce.
I know.
So I want to be able to prove that
Okay.
to a certain somebody that
Really?
give me the Fort Pierce riddles
Okay.
and
Well,
I'm in.
well,
Okay.
you're on my team. I'm going to
Okay.
monitor you.
Okay, yes, do monitor.
I
We'll
got
have
you.
a little friendly competition yet again.
There
No
you go.
problem. Yeah.
Maybe Eric. Eric's a good one too.
He is.
Yeah.
He came on our trolley tour. He's also done our Citizens Academy.
And I heard he can really sing well, can he?
Eric
heard you-
can sing.
Eric
This is
can
the
sing.
first
I did
I've
not
ever
know
heard
that.
of
Eric
it.
can
No,
sing,
I did
yes.
not know
He
that.
can sing. He sang some Christmas carols, right?
Oh, the
That's what I'm
Christmas
saying.
carols, yes.
Right.
Was it
His-
good?
His children
Yeah.
were better.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Eric has a hidden talent I didn't know
Well,
about. Okay,
yeah,
no,
you
we
He
know,
was
won't.
he's-
great. He was
Okay.
great.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I definitely want to do that. Good. And you'll be back with us from time to time, kind of keeping us updated on what's going on in the city and
Happily,
events.
yes.
What do we have going on in February? Anything that we need to mention besides Kalita talked to us about the Highwaymen Festival is on February 17th.
Yes. Also in February, I think it's February 24th, our Blessing of the Fleet. It's the marina is partnering with St. Andrew's Episcopal Academy and Freedom Boat Club, and we're going to be hosting a really fun barbecue at South Causeway Park. And anyone who has a boat is welcome to come and get it blessed by the Coast Guard barge, and we'll have some different clergymen out on the barge to bless your
That's
vessel.
so interesting.
awesome. Also,
Also,
I know this is in February, but January 31st.
Which has already happened.
TV land is yesterday.
Which has passed,
yes.
but we've got the largest job fair that the city of
Yes.
Fort Pierce has ever put together.
Yep.
And we've done that with
Source,
Research Coast.
Yeah, I'm with you.
100 employers are going to be there
Yeah.
in partnership with the city of Fort Pierce. Now imagine, there's a lot of young people. There's a lot of people that just need a hand up. And we're there. We've put this together. We want our people to be employed. We want them to be contributors to our community. And January 31st at the Finn Center, all day long, I'll be there.
Yep.
We'll be educating our community, and I sincerely hope that everybody watching will know about that January 31st event.
We'll have gone to that January
Yes.
31st
That's
event.
Yeah.
I will be there as well as I normally
will?
am. Yeah, I go every year. You don't remember me walking in behind the speaker last year?
Oh yeah.
So awkward.
Yeah.
But yes, I was given the wrong time.
Always late.
No, I was given the wrong time.
Well,
It's not me. But
yeah.
we had to move it because it got so big. It used
Yes,
to be.
it was at the Percy Peak Gymnasium.
Yeah.
Now we've moved it to the Finn Center, and I tell you what, it's just going to grow and grow and grow.
Yeah.
Everything that we do,
Yeah.
we do better the following year.
Absolutely.
That's what
yeah,
we do.
That's how most things go. But
Yes, ma'am.
I've seen it. You do a great job of that.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, great. Thanks for being with us, Cheyenne.
Thank you.
Hopefully next month you'll bring us some more great things that we can talk about doing in March or that we have already done in February.
Right.
We'll see how it goes.
Sounds good.
But we really appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we will be right back, and Nick and I will wrap up this month's issue, and hopefully you'll stay with us.
See Click Fix is a tool to report non-emergency issues to City Hall, built to be easy to use for anyone on the go. When you see an issue, take less than a minute to report on See Click Fix. First, hold the app and press Report. Then, press the camera icon to take a picture or video from the app or your image gallery. After that, the app uses geolocation to capture your exact location, or you can manually choose your location or address using the Map tool. When you press Issue Title, you'll be able to choose from the request types that your local government provides. You'll finish up by including a brief description of the issue, such as where it is, what it looks like, and any other important information to help your local government fix the issue. Then, press Done, and then Submit, and you're ready to go. See Click Fix, a simple and valuable way to help you build a stronger community.
Welcome back to Sunrise Spotlight. I'm Teresa Aronson from the St. Lucie County Chamber of Commerce, and we're going to wrap this up right now with my co-host, Mr. Nick Mims, City Manager of the beautiful city of Fort Pierce. You know, I always say the beautiful city of Fort Pierce.
Why is that?
I
Where'd
don't
you hear that
know.
from?
I got it from when we used to do our Fishing Frenzy flyers about 11 years ago. I think Linda Cox insisted we say the marina in downtown in the beautiful city of Fort Pierce. And so I literally cannot say Fort Pierce
That's
without
awesome.
saying
That's
that.
how I refer to it. You're doing a good job.
I think we should change the name. I think
think
that should
so.
be just call it that.
I think so.
Yeah, yes.
That's what we are. That's what
You
we
are.
Yes.
And downtown is a big part of that. You know what?
Yes.
I saw Mike Adams this morning
Yes.
from Adams Ranch, and he talked a little bit about the new restaurants they're putting in downtown
Yes.
at Orange Avenue. One will be on Orange Avenue, the other one will be on Second Street.
Right.
Same building, just one, right? One around the corner.
Yes.
And they're going to open up a Brayford Steakhouse, which Brayford is the cow
Yes.
that they.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing? It's a cow. It's
sorry.
where steaks
You're
come
right.
from.
I agree. Yes.
Okay. Just
Yes.
you agree that's where steaks come
You're
from?
right. You're right.
Yes. Steaks come from that. But it's a cow that they.
I love steak.
Yeah, you and me both.
You can tell.
I know. Yeah. So I look like I passed up a steak either. But anyway, it is a cow that they bred specifically. I want to say invented,
County,
but
right?
they didn't, test tube that thing. But
Well, they did.
They did kind
They
of.
mated them.
Yes, that will be able to withstand the Florida heat, which I have forgotten what feels like since it's been like 32 degrees down here for a week or so.
Yes.
But so their steakhouse. This is a long way to go to get to
Yeah.
the steakhouse.
I didn't know where you were going, but
We're
you're
getting there. We're going around the corner. I'm on
I
Orange
see that.
Avenue now.
Okay.
And on Orange Avenue, they're going to have
What?
their farm-to-table restaurant.
Yes.
Yeah. So excited about that, right?
I am very excited about that.
First of
I
all,
mean,
Adams Ranch.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, think about it. The Sunrise Theater right now brings thousands and thousands of people to Fort Pierce, downtown Fort Pierce.
Yes.
And these people want somewhere to eat.
Yeah.
And now we're going to have some premium steaks, a farm-to-table restaurant, and possibly a little burger joint, too. So I
A
really...
burger joint.
Oh,
This is news.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's new.
It's new?
No.
I don't know about it yet?
No.
Okay.
We'll let you in.
All
But
right.
all I'm saying...
And all the people watching at home?
Oh, absolutely.
There's at least 12 of them.
And 3 in here. Anyway. And stop it. Okay.
Okay.
But what I was trying to say
Okay, go
is
ahead.
that
I'm not going to interrupt.
downtown is just exploding right now.
Yeah, it is.
And for foodies, I mean, we got some great restaurants. 12A Buoy, that's my spot. I love
12A
it.
Buoy's your
Oh, yeah.
spot?
Oh, yeah.
I am a Crazy Fish fan. They have the best sushi.
Oh, yeah. I like
Yeah,
sushi.
yeah. Second Street Bistro, though, house
Oh,
salad.
yeah. That's cool.
Ooh.
Salad?
It does. It's like dessert. It doesn't even taste like a salad.
Okay. Eric, is that Eric saying selfish?
Sailfish?
They don't sell food, Eric.
Yeah, they sell Eric's kind of food.
I know,
That's all
I
he
know.
needs for sustenance
Liquid
is
diet.
a little bit of sailfish.
Yes.
I need actual food. But yeah, Crazy Fish, 2nd Street Bistro,
Yes.
Taco Dive.
Taco dive, yeah. I love the tots, the cheesy tots.
The cheesy tots. I haven't had
Oh,
those.
it's great, man.
All right, what else they got down there? Wasabi's new
Wasabi, yeah.
S&S Takeout.
Yes, S&S.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
121 Tapas is a new wine bar.
Right.
These are all, you know what I love about all of them? They are locally owned.
Yes, locally owned, and you can walk they're within walking distance. You park your car at the parking garage. You take a stroll. You can go shopping. You can eat. You can hang out all day.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love a locally owned restaurant. I mean, I think it brings character,
Yes.
and the money stays here. Not that I don't
Absolutely.
love a good, cheddars, but it goes to corporate.
Yes.
So I love all our locally owned restaurants.
Yes.
It's a great time to be in downtown Fort Pierce.
It is. It is. It's a great time to be in Fort Pierce, period.
Yes, it is.
Just as you saw today, what we're doing in our other district, the communications that we have with our community, the initiatives that we have in the Lincoln Park area and the Peacock Arts District. I tell you right now, Fort Pierce is it's my favorite city.
I bet it is.
Yes, it is.
Not that you would have to say that as its city manager and leader.
Well, I'm speaking truthfully.
Yeah.
And what we're doing is just so exciting, and all of the interest that we have from other businesses wanting to relocate to this area
Yes.
just because of what we are and who we are. So and also the residential component is now finally thriving in Fort Pierce. We're seeing builders come back building thousands of units of residential units in our city. And that's going to help us as well.
That's huge because just a few years ago you were in double-digit
Right.
residential permits, and
Right.
now this year you're
We're
looking
talking,
to get 2,000. I heard.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I
it's a
learned
fun
that at
time.
the meeting that
You listened.
I listen on occasion. I stopped talking
Yes.
long enough to take in a few facts
Yeah.
that I can regurgitate for all my Facebook friends that watch this.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, thank you for allowing the chamber to be a part of this, because it really is part of our mission to make sure that everybody is aware of what we have to offer here in the entire community.
Yes, ma'am.
And Fort Pierce is certainly one of my favorite places to hang out. I'll admit that. But I love both our cities here. I don't know if you can love the unincorporated county. Do we have
Yes,
like a
you
slogan?
can.
Love the unincorporated. I mean,
Yes,
it needs kind
yes.
of a catchier, but
Yeah.
yeah, I do love
Yes,
the
yes, you
unincorporated.
can. Yes.
Very good. Well, thanks to all of you for watching, and hopefully you'll join us next month. If not on local TV, I think we're on Comcast. We're on AT&T. What channel is it in Fort Pierce? Do you have any idea?
I think it's 27.
27 in
yes.
Fort Pierce?
Yes.
You can see us there, but you can always see us on YouTube.
Yes.
We'll Facebook this out, but
It'll be on our website. It'll be on. We have a link on Facebook, and we're going to promote this as we always do.
very
We're proud
good.
of our accomplishments. We're proud of the chamber.
Thank
and I just
you.
want to thank you
We
for having
appreciate
us.
that. Well, we're happy to be a part of it. And so also the best way to see it, because you get to see all the nonsense behind the scenes, which is the majority of the hour we spend together. You can come on down, and we're the third Thursday every month,
At
SLC
2
TV
o'clock.
Studios. 2 o'clock?
Yes, 2 o'clock.
I keep telling everybody 3.
I know.
You're right. 2 o'clock, everybody. Third
yes.
Thursday, 2 o'clock, SLC TV Studios. Thanks to PP Cobb, the brand new restaurant right there on Avenue A and the PP Cobb building,
Yes.
for providing Danish and coffee that we are going to take a large amount home with us.
There you go.
Since our audience was minimal at best today.
Yeah.
But we'll do better next month.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Well, we'll see you all next month as well. Have a great day, everybody.